Imagine being forced to leave everything you know behind. Imagine being betrayed by people you have never harmed, blamed for crimes you did not commit, and cast into the sea with no idea where you are going. Would you lose hope? Would you give up? Today, we meet a young woman whose life became a series of trials and hardships. She lost her home, her family, her safety, and even her place in society. Yet through every storm, she held on to one thing: her faith. Her name was Constance, and her journey would take her across kingdoms and oceans, through betrayal and exile, toward a destiny she could never have imagined. Unlike the humorous tales we have encountered before, this story is one of courage, endurance, and the triumph of goodness over evil. Let us set sail into one of the most powerful stories from the Canterbury Tales, the Man of Law's Tale. Long ago in Rome, there lived a beautiful and virtuous young woman named Constance. She was admired everywhere for her kindness, wisdom, and deep Christian faith. News of her beauty traveled far across the seas until it reached the Sultan of Syria. The Sultan became fascinated by Constance and wished to marry her. He even agreed to convert to Christianity so they could wed. Constance's father, the Emperor of Rome, accepted the proposal, and Constance sailed to Syria to meet her future husband. But not everyone welcomed this marriage. The Sultan's mother hated Christianity and secretly plotted against Constance. During the wedding feast, she ordered soldiers to attack and murder the Sultan and many of the Christians present. Constance barely escaped death. Instead of killing her directly, the cruel mother placed Constance alone on a small boat and sent her drifting across the sea without food, protection, or direction. For days and nights, Constance floated helplessly upon the ocean. Yet she never lost faith. She prayed constantly, believing God would guide and protect her. Eventually, the sea carried her safely to the shores of England. There, a kind constable and his wife took her into their home. Constance's goodness soon inspired many people around her to become Christians. However, evil followed her once again. A wicked knight desired Constance, but she rejected him. Angry and humiliated, the knight murdered the constable's wife and blamed Constance for the crime. She was brought to court, where many believed she was guilty. But during the trial, a miracle occurred. A mysterious voice from heaven declared Constance innocent, and the real murderer was punished. The King of England, amazed by her purity and faith, later married her. For a time, Constance finally found happiness. She gave birth to a son, and peace seemed possible at last. Yet tragedy struck again. While the king was away at war, his jealous mother intercepted letters meant for him. She changed the messages, so it appeared that Constance had given birth to a monster. Furious and ashamed, the kingdom once again forced Constance onto a boat and cast her out to sea with her child. Still, Constance endured. She sailed across the waters for years, surviving through courage and faith. Eventually, she returned to Rome, where fate finally reunited her with her husband and father. Her son also grew into a noble and respected ruler. After years of suffering, separation, and injustice, Constance's goodness was finally rewarded. Her enemies were punished, and peace was restored. The tale teaches that even when life becomes cruel and unfair, patience, faith, and goodness can overcome evil in the end. Constance's journey reminds us that life is not always fair. Good people sometimes face suffering, betrayal, and challenges they do not deserve. Yet her story teaches us that true strength is not found in power or wealth, but in the ability to remain faithful, hopeful, and kind, even during the darkest moments. Though storms may push us off course, perseverance can guide us safely to our destination. Though Constance faced betrayal, exile, and suffering, her faith never broke, and in the end, goodness guided her safely home.